Welcome everyone. This is a great day, but as Councilmember Christ reminded me, it's just the beginning. We're going to see this continuing on Lancaster Boulevard. This is a great day to announce the grand opening of BEX and Radine's Cake and Cupcake. But also what it is too, it's a continuation of Lancaster Boulevard as the center of the Antelope Valley, as it has been for virtually the entire history of the Antelope Valley. We all have our own memories of Lancaster Boulevard, but we're growing up. But what this is this going to give future generations memories as well too. You know, when my daughter and her friends come back to the Antelope Valley to visit, she now can't wait to come down to the boulevard. She wants to see BEX. That's what she told me. She's bringing her friends to see BEX. This is a great community partnership. You'll hear a lot about that as we go forward. Before I introduce our Mayor Paris, I want to introduce the dignitaries up here. We have Councilmember Christ, Councilwoman Marcus, Vice Mayor Ron Smith. With Inside Development, you'll hear from him in a moment, Steve English, Rick Gutierrez, and Ray Dean. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce someone who has really been at the forefront of the entire Boulevard movement, our mayor, our Rex Paris.
You're seeing a cocoon open up. There's a metamorphosis going on that is truly remarkable. And I know some people think Macy's is the center of the universe, but we kind of think that we're building the center of the universe right here. And you know, it's an incredibly creative, innovative, magnificent process that I'm incredibly proud to be part of. You know, it started with our Vice Mayor, Ron Smith, and then all of a sudden, you know, out of nowhere, Scott Ehrlich appeared, and Scott Ehrlich brought his partners with him that, you know, are just incredibly intelligent, fearless people. I mean, I guess if you were to put one word to describe them, it would be fearless. Who could have seen this boulevard 2-3 years ago and realized the potential? I mean, it is just unbelievable what's happening. And we're seeing it, we're living it, we're breathing it. And I think there's no better place to really start the change than BEX. You know, we had our election night party here, and maybe it was because of the event that I thought it was the best party I'd ever been to. But but I also thought it was the decor. And the absolute genius it took to put a memorial to the firemen right inside the restaurant itself. That's the pole you'll see in there. And they tell me they actually appreciate that's something they are looking forward to. And with that, I'd like to introduce the Vice Mayor. And remember, he was the first one to come up with this idea of rebuilding Lancaster Boulevard. And he had to bear a lot of laughter. I mean, because we all thought he was nuts.
And it really takes people, extraordinary people. Okay, they're telling everybody to be extraordinary. These people truly are. Steve English, my friend Scott Ehrlich, and Rick Gutierrez. And it takes private business people with vision to be able to make things happen. Government just needs to get out of their way. And a lot of times we have to try to get out of their way because they're going such a fast pace. But this is wonderful, and the leadership that the mayor has given to the city and got everybody excited. Great things are going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and welcome to BEX. I've been told that years ago the city of Lancaster had a pretty robust downtown. In fact, our city manager, Mark, from what I understand, used to cruise down this boulevard right here. And Mark, I've got good news and I got bad news for you. The good news is that downtown is back. The bad news is that once those Rambles's are built, the speed limit's going to be 15 miles per hour. So you're not going to be cruising, you're going to be strolling. But my partner, Scott Ehrlich, and I, we came here in 1997, and unlike other developers, we didn't have a crystal ball. You know, some developers, they can just pick up the dirt and smell it, and they know. Well, we never learned that, I guess. And but we didn't know. We really didn't know that 6 years later we'd be building Arbor Gardens Apartments, which is right down the street here. And a couple years later, we didn't know that we'd be purchasing the Wells Fargo Bank building, which would eventually morph into what is now becoming the Lancaster Museum. And we didn't know that we'd be purchasing the Bank of America that would house our Brooklyn Deli, nor would we be purchasing a vacant furniture store, which is now BEX. But what we did know is that the people of Lancaster wanted a change. We felt an underlying current for wanting a better life. And with change, sometimes you have to take a risk. And we became stakeholders. We took a risk, and with risk, sometimes you get a renaissance. And I can tell you that we are in the midst of a renaissance. And you know, the other day I was out here and I saw a father with his children riding their bicycles down the boulevard to go play in the playground here. To me, that's a renaissance. A renaissance when you take a local resident like Ray Dean, who makes the most outstanding cupcakes, and you build a business for her. A renaissance is when you take a local resident by the name of Eddie Rodriguez, who wasn't working, and you build a business for a yogurt and candy shop. And a renaissance is where you take the Arbor Lofts and you got a waiting list for people to move in that are true artists. With that renaissance, we also have results. I'm proud to tell you that on the boulevard, we now have created 200 new permanent jobs for local residents. Not to mention our construction workers, about 350 construction jobs, all local talent. These guys, I got to tell you, are the best of the best. Our construction workers have done an awesome job. We also have created 14 new handcrafted specialty cocktails, including our Stealth Bomber Martini, which honors the rich aerospace tradition we have here in Lancaster. I would like to thank the city, because the city has been with us every step of the way. I said this in 2003 when we had the groundbreaking for the Arbor Gardens Apartments. I said that Lancaster was hands down the best municipality we've ever worked with. And we've worked with a lot of municipalities. And Mr. Mayor, thank you so much, because Lancaster is the best municipality we've had the pleasure to work with. It's an honor to be involved. Thank you so much to the people of Lancaster. You've given us the opportunity to build dreams, to build futures, and to be involved in this wonderful transformation. May we all flourish and prosper. Thank you very much.
I recall this is a year-long endeavor that we have really taken to redevelop this property, and it all started with the vision of Scott Ehrlich. And I remember working one night very late and try to come up with a name. And the name really is very important. It really sets the tone for what you're trying to represent to the community and for what you're trying to build as a family, as a team that you're trying to build. And we came up with the name BEX. And a lot of people ask us, what does BEX stand for? What does it mean? And for us, it was short, it was catchy, it was fun. But more important than that, it really played a role in being able to express what we really believe and try to live every day here, which is really be excellent, be excited, be exuberant. And if anybody knows Scott Ehrlich, that pretty much describes him to a T. What we try to do every day is try to reflect that in how we operate. And I have to tell you that what really creates a great environment for people to enjoy, and enjoy often, I hope, is just a family, a fun atmosphere where people will have a fun time, and where employees or team members can really thrive. And I was pretty much humbled by the response that we got from the community for when we were making calls out for employment, and the level of employees that we got, the number of people that applied, it was really humbling. I've had the privilege of working with national chains all over the country for over 20 years. And the type of energy that these employees have brought to the table, the type of excitement, of work ethic, really humbles me. They're an incredible group of people that I can tell you for sure we will not be successful without them. And I feel very confident that we're going to have a phenomenal team that will really give our customers and our guests a great place to visit. Another thing that Scott Ehrlich had said early in time when we were developing the concept was we created a very simple path to follow, and we called it the ABCDEs. And that really exemplifies everything that we do here. The A stands for abundant. We wanted to make sure that we created a menu that was abundant and provided a lot of food and could feed a lot of people for a very decent price. And it was very important for us to be able to create that family-style entertainment value through our menu. We also did beautiful. Our food has to look beautiful. It has to be fantastic so that the eyes start the process. And then C stands for consistency. Consistency is very important. We need to make sure that our customers have a consistent experience when they come here. D for delicious, obviously. It has to taste great. And I think that our chefs and our crew have done a phenomenal job creating a very unique menu. And E just stands for excellent. I mean, it really has to be excellent. And those are what we talk about every single day here. And the team has really embraced it, and they own it now. Everybody here believes in what we're doing. The food that we have here is phenomenal. We have food, typically it's called comfort food in the restaurant industry. I like to call it good time food. It really is good time food for you to share. We have pizzas and pastas and our phenomenal slow roasted tri-tip and our rotisserie chicken and incredible salads. It just makes for a fun time. By just the presentation of the food, the way that you can share it and try different things. Our menu is varied enough that people will have a wonderful time just trying and exploring things. Steve, before his incredibly successful career in real estate, used to be a bartender. So he took that over and started developing this incredible menu of items that made our bar really, it's kind of funny, many times the bar really kind of creates the energy in a place, and I think the energy that is created at this bar in the last few days that we've been open is beyond what I could have hoped for. It was very impressive. Now, I've talked also about how we've been able to find the right people to become involved with us and have really adopted what we're trying to do here in Lancaster. And one of those people and concepts that we were looking at was at Radine. Radine Blucher is an amazing artist, absolutely amazing artist. We met with several people. Yes, it's melting. It's awfully hot, sorry. She is one of the things that you'll know from Scott Ehrlich is that, and his team, is that we all believe in good people and good-hearted, hard-working people. And Radine is by far that. She is working more hours than she's probably ever worked. She has a drive and a motivation to make Ray's Cup and Cake Bake Shop an incredible place downtown. And I think that you all will find that it exceeds the expectations. She is phenomenal, and it does a phenomenal job. I'd like to take a chance to applaud you, Radine.
This is unique. This is not just another retail establishment. This is Lancaster. Everything you see around here is Lancaster, and we're proud of that fact. It's just a wonderful combination of things. I mean, imagine, my kids are grown up, but if they would have had a playground and a cupcake place and a bar all within that close, we would have never left it. So this is truly an exciting day for all of us. I know that on behalf of the city staff, we are so happy that we had the opportunity to work this, but this does not happen without leadership, because for a city to invest in the boulevard, for a city to come through partnerships, really takes leadership. And as you well know, as we've had through the last election, there's a lot of naysayers. Naysayers go away, but leadership is the constant, and vision and making things happen is a constant. And I think it's appropriate that our leader, Mayor Paris, say a few words at the end of this and talk about what this means to the community. Mayor Paris?
The A couple things I want to tell you about what's really happening on this boulevard that's under the surface. This is really going to be a no-crime zone. We have zero tolerance for any crime on this boulevard. It will be a place where any one of these queens could walk down at 11 o'clock at night up and down this boulevard without any concern whatsoever. That is what I can absolutely promise you is going to happen on this boulevard. If you bring your families here, they are going to be safe. One of the reasons I know they're safe is because 2 or 3 nights a week I walk the boulevard by myself without my gun and without any protection, because I have to know that this place is absolutely secure for our families to come. And that's the way it's going to be. So if there's anybody out there who's concerned about the safety of their family when they're out having a good time, this is the place you want to bring them, because they will be safe here. More importantly, they're going to have a great time here. You know, what we're planning is starting with the Cedar Street Theater all the way to the end of the boulevard. There is going to be something for every demographic, every age group, so that every weekend this place comes alive. We have the art museum, we have the LPAC, we have the theater opening up, and it goes on and on and on. In fact, this is an absolutely true story. My wife and I are in the discussion stage, meaning she's on this side and I'm on this side. And if we're true to form, we will somehow meet in the middle. I'm suggesting we sell our house. How many people here have seen my house? I mean, I love that house. We put everything into it. But I'm saying we should sell it, and we should figure out a way to move to the boulevard. You know, our kids are gone. We would have an incredible experience every night, you know, because you got the theater, you got the LPAC, the list goes on and on. It would enrich our lives. The restaurants here, the Lemon Leaf, Brooklyn Deli, Boulevard Express, Giannini's, Mi Gusta, Caramel's Pastry, now BEX, you know, I thought they just got the first letter wrong, and I didn't realize there was a story to that name. And we got the bar and grill and the cupcakes. And I would like all of you to be my guest. Each one of you can have a cupcake on the mayor. I hope you have enough. And thank you for coming.